What do we got here?
I believe it's a presidential document signed by Grover Cleveland.
I'd be so mad if my parents named me Grover. Pops, come here.
What do you want?
Thank you for not naming me Grover.
I decided to come into pawn shop today to try to sell a presidential document, and I believe it's signed by President Cleveland. Thought I'd bring it down here to see if I can get some extra cash to pay some bills.
Grover Cleveland, President of the United States of America. Where'd you find this?
I was actually rehabbing a house, and I was in the attic, and I saw that tube, and I opened it up. That document was in there.
Okay.
President Cleveland is known for two things. He was the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms, and his face is on the $1,000 bill. That's about it.
Right here it says he's appointing William Lochner of Minneapolis, Minnesota to the Commissioner of Pensions. It's signed by the Secretary of the Interior and Grover Cleveland.
Pops, what do you think?
I mean, everything looks right. I mean,
It's definitely old.
the paper looks right, the ink looks right, but I know some presidential documents were signed by secretaries. So I have no idea if this is Grover Cleveland's signature right here or his secretary's. Did you want to pawn it or did you want to sell it?
I'd like to sell it.
I think I need to have someone look at it before I make an offer. I just don't want to put out the money without knowing.
Okay.
Let me call someone in here who knows more about it than I do.
Okay.
We'll get this thing figured out and we'll see if we can do some business.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thanks.
You never know with something like this. President Cleveland's signature could be very rare, and this guy could have found a treasure in his attic.
I'm president of Early American History Auctions. The guys at the pawn shop call me whenever they have early American documents or items that need authentication and valuation. Let's see, Grover Cleveland, he was our 22nd and our 24th president. I have a really interesting story about Grover Cleveland. Before he was president, when he was 27 years old, his law partner had a little baby. Grover Cleveland purchased the first baby carriage for that little baby. 21 years later, when he was 48 years old, he married in the White House the little baby girl who he gave the carriage to 21 years after she was born.
The White House has definitely had its fair share of scandals. I mean, FDR married a distant cousin, Harding had an affair with his wife's married friend, JFK and Marilyn Monroe supposedly had a fling, and Bill Clinton, well...
This appears to be a presidential commission to this fellow, William Lochner. The document itself is in fairly rough condition. Typically, a document of this nature would have been fairly well treasured by the person who received it. They're typically framed and hung on a wall if you're given a document by a president. But the printing on the document appears nice. There's a embossed seal in the left lower corner.
I know some things like this were signed by secretaries.
Well, having been doing this for a long time, I've seen a number of signatures of Grover Cleveland. You have a signature that's in brown ink, that's very sharp and clear, with a very nice, consistent flow. And I believe this is authentic. There's no question about it. Typically, if a document is signed by a secretary, the name of the person who is signing for the president would have been listed just below the president's name.
How much do you think it's worth?
In the condition that it's in, with the tears and the stains and all, and being wrinkled and edges crinkled, it's worth maybe a couple $100, $200-300, something of that nature.
Thanks, Danny. I really appreciate it.
You take care. Take care, Corey.
But you know what it's worth, son? You handle the deal.
All right, man. What would you realistically take for it?
Like $250.
Realistically, man, I'm gonna have to have this thing framed and matted. It's gonna cost me another $50. I can offer you like $100 for it.
Okay, I'll take 100 for it.
All right, deal, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go do some paperwork.
Thanks. $100 wasn't even close to what I was thinking I was gonna give, but what the heck, I found the document in the attic, and that's better than nothing at all.